Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Celebrity Big Brother 3 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day are Brandon Johnson, John J. Gish, Selena Ventura, Devin Tyson, Janine, Lisa, and Darren Chan. Happy birthday to Sheena123. Hope you're having a great day so far. Yay. And if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. I'm all messed up. I am not feeling good today, so bear with me. But I want to thank you to all of our house guests of the day. You guys are amazing, and we couldn't do this without you. So we really appreciate it. And I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's a fantastic way to support our channel and keep us going every day. So Alex Garza, thank you so much. Lynn Hurst, Jody Cortez, and Trisha C. Thank you all so much for the support. We really, really appreciate it. And I see we already have some super chatters today. The birthday boy, Sheena123, thank you. And Sheena says, hope Todrick goes home on the double eviction on my birthday. And once you have time after Big Brother, I recommend Australian Survivor Blood versus Water. All I can think about with Celebrity Big Brother ending this week is Big Brother Canada starting next week. But I do want to check out Australian Survivor at some point because I've heard so many good things about it. So thank you for the recommendation. And I hope you get a good birthday present tonight of Todrick being evicted. So thanks for the super chat. And happy birthday again. Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much for the super chat. And he says, thanks for another fabulous season. Yeah, it's a short one, right? Of updates. You and Mom are awesome sauce. P.S. Found out today from an old American Idol clip that Todrick lived in the same town I grew up in Texas. Gross. Oh, man. It's a small world, right? It really is. But I've been seeing some of his American Idol clips popping up the last few days on Twitter, and it's pretty wild. Alex Garson, thanks so much for the super chat as always. And Migdalia G, thank you so much for your super chat and that cute little sticker. Christine, thank you for the super chat. And Christine says, longtime viewer, thanks for all you do. I had a grad school interview today. Could you send me some good vibes, please? Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Good luck. Hope you get into your dream school. That's amazing. I love that. So let's get started. I got limited energy today, and I want to make sure I don't blow through all of it. So when we left off yesterday, Todrick is the HOH. He nominated Todd and Lamar, and we know that Todd was his target. But guess what? Todd won the power veto. Woo! So Todrick is not giving up on getting Todd out this week. So he wants to try and convince Todd to leave the nominations the same so that they can still vote him out. Boo! Okay, so we'll get there. We'll get to that pitch in a little bit. But first things first, yesterday morning, Todd and Lamar got into a little bit of a tiff. Todd didn't like how loudly Lamar yawned. He said that Lamar was being dickish. Okay. So Lamar said that Todd is grumpy and he brought up Todd snoring. I'm sorry, but when you snore that loudly, you shouldn't be talking about how loud somebody's yawning. So they were kind of going back and forth a little bit, but they're okay. They're like brothers. They're always bickering. I think they were just getting on each other's nerves in the morning. They've been in that house for like a month now. They're over it. So that was fun. Moving on, Cynthia had a chat with Todrick in the HOH room, and Cynthia's like, all right, just be straight with me. What is the plan? I just want a heads up. So Todrick says, you're not going to go home no matter what. And Cynthia seems surprised. She's like, how? Cynthia, they do not see you as a threat. Okay? They're not targeting you. So Todrick says, if Todd pulls himself down with the power veto, I love how that's an if, you will probably go up in his place. But we're voting out Lamar for sure. 100%. You don't need to worry. Don't even bother packing up your stuff unless there's a double eviction. And in that case, we should all be packing. And the house guests are suspecting that there could be a double eviction tonight, and they are correct. So Todrick says, you're not going home on my HOH. You don't need to worry about that. So Cynthia tells Todrick, if it comes down to him and Miesha in the end, she will be voting for him to win no matter what. She says she would never go back on that. We'll see. Okay. And she mentions, some other people are not saying that. She's basically saying, like, some people are planning on definitely not voting for you to win. Yeah, most people are saying that. So Todrick says this next HOH, this next eviction is going to be crucial because he can't play for this next HOH. And we know that whoever wins the veto in this next week is going to be choosing who will be the sole vote to evict. So he says, if I'm nominated next to Miesha and you're the one voting, like, I hope that you will keep me over her. And he says, if it's me and Todd up on the block, like, I understand if you vote me out in that situation, but like, I'm hoping that you would keep me in that scenario too. So Cynthia says, look, if you get me through this eviction, then I will protect you next week. I don't have anything going on with Todd. I don't have any promises that I made to him. So I got you. She says she would love to make it to the final 3. And Todrick says, yeah, I will do anything to get me, you, and Miesha to the final 3. Okay. So I'm curious, though. Do you guys think that Todrick would take Cynthia to the end, or do you think he would take Miesha? I don't know. But anyway, later, Todrick was talking to Todd in the kitchen. And we missed the beginning of this conversation, but this is the combo. He's trying to convince Todd not to use the power of veto on himself and to leave the nominations the same. So Todrick is telling Todd, I don't want to have to break a tie to send Lamar out because obviously Lamar and Todd are very close. So if Todd takes himself off the block, Todrick is thinking that Todd will not vote for Lamar to go. Miesha will, and then Todrick will have to break the tie. So Todrick says Lamar is going to feel like it's me, just me, voting him out. Too bad. He says no one has had to do that this entire season. No one's had to break a tie yet, and I don't want to have to start now. Oh, well. That's how this game works. So Todd says, well, you guys would have to guarantee that you won't vote me out. He's not actually considering this, right? He can't be. Todd says, if y'all trick me, that's cold. Not cool. So Todrick says, I don't think that Cynthia and Miesha would do that, but I don't get to vote. So you should talk to them and ask them about it. So Todd says, as far as TV goes, I have to take myself off. People are expecting him to take himself off. This is the big show, he says. And Todrick's like, no, you don't. What? You don't have to take yourself off. It's more of a twist if you leave yourself up on the block. Look how well that worked out in the past for Marcellus or for Jed from the last season of Big Brother Canada. I don't need to tell you what happened if you're not familiar with that, but I will. They were both evicted. So Todd says, I need to think about it. He says he's scared to take the chance of staying up on the block. So Todrick's like, oh my God, you've been up there twice and you haven't been sent home. Is he really like getting an attitude right now when he's asking someone not to use the veto on themselves? Like, what? Really? Also, just because he's been safe 2 times in the past doesn't mean he would be safe this time. So anyway, Miesha joins Todd and Todrick as they're talking. Uh-oh, my nose is about to open up. Hold on a sec. Okay, so Miesha joins them, and Todd is explaining, oh, Todrick wants me to leave the nominations the same, and he's telling me that you guys are going to vote out Lamar, but Todd is saying, I don't want to take that chance. Thank you. So Todrick says, well, if you're going to use the power veto on yourself, then vote Lamar out, so he won't have to break the tie. And Todd says, no, I'm going to make it a tie so that you have to be the one to decide. Yes.
What is Agnut?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's either this or me sucking up my snots, which is way worse. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. Disgusting. So, yeah, Todrick is saying, if you're going to take yourself off the block, then at least vote out Lamar so that I won't have to break the tie. And Todd is like, no, I'm going to leave it up to you. Amazing. Wonderful. Love it. So Todrick's like, all right, well, I'm going to have a 4th person walk out pissed at me. Yeah. I I mean, that's on you. You didn't have to make this personal with all those other people. Ridiculous. So Todrick is still just pushing Todd to either leave the nominations the same or vote out Lamar. And Todd's like, I didn't win that POV to not use it. Oh my god. Okay. I was getting nervous for a minute. But anyway, after Todd talks to Cynthia in the chocolate bedroom, and Todd is telling Cynthia all about the conversation, and he's like, I don't trust Todrick and Miesha. They can easily vote me out. Correct. So Cynthia says, well, we've had some dealings with Miesha and Todrick, and everything that they said they were going to do, they did it. Hold on a second. They did not. No. Does she already forget how Todrick voted Carson out after promising to look out for him, and like how disappointed Carson was that Todrick did not follow through on that? Is she forgetting that? So anyway, Todd says, I think the audience watching would expect me to leave. And I guess he's meaning like leave the block, you know? And Todd says, Todrick just doesn't want to be the one to break the tie and vote Lamar out, but that's his job as HOH, you know? You might have to break a tie. So Cynthia's telling Todd, just do what's right for you. Do what's going to make you feel comfortable. And Todd, part of the reason why he doesn't want to vote out Lamar, it's not just because they have like a close relationship, but also these two, Todd and Lamar, are supposed to be working on another show together in Texas, like 3 days after Big Brother ends. I believe it's for BET, and it's supposed to be like going back to college or something. I don't know the full details of the show, if this is like some sort of reality program or if this is a scripted show. I'm guessing it's a reality show. But he does not want to burn that bridge right before they're both working on the other project together. So Todd says, Todrick is just going to have to buck up and vote out Lamar. And I do want to note, Cynthia doesn't seem upset about Todd voting for her to go because she knows that she's going to be staying anyway. It's whatever. It is what it is. Honestly, I don't even think she cares if she's evicted at this point. So anyway, later, Miesha and Todrick were chatting in one of the bedrooms, and Misha's like, oh, I didn't think that you were actually going to have that conversation with Todd about not using the power of veto. And she says, I was kind of thrown off. Like, if I knew that I was going to have to lie to Todd about the vote, I would have prepared myself. I would have had a script ready. I would have practiced. That conversation really caught her off guard because at that point, they were still planning on voting Todd out if they could convince him to leave the nominations the same. So that was going to be dirty AF. But the feeds were black for part of this conversation, so we missed a bit. But when they came back, Miesha was saying that Todd wanted her to shake on this, that she would not vote him out if he left the nominations the same. And Todd was like, oh, whoa. He wanted you to shake on it. If you guys did shake on it, then I would be hesitant for us to vote out Todd because, you know, it wouldn't be a great look for you. But it wouldn't be out of the question for me. That's what Todrick said. And he was like, if we got Todd out of here this week, the whole game would basically be over because it would be Miesha and Todrick versus Lamar and Cynthia. And we've seen how Lamar and Cynthia have done in the competition so far this season. So they're pretty excited about the potential of that. But they're thinking, you know what? We can probably still get to the end the honest way and beat Todd fair and square. And Todrick's saying, we've played such a clean game up to this point. What? And he's like worried that if they start to be sneaky and manipulative now, they might start losing jury votes. Okay. So Todrick says if Todd does not use the power veto, they should just go ahead and vote out Lamar like they said they would. But this doesn't matter because Todd will use the power veto on himself. Okay. So that was last night. And then today, Miesha confirmed she will be voting for Lamar to go. That is still the plan. And Todrick is probably going to have to break a tie. So that's going to be dramatic. And the house guests are still suspecting that there could be a double eviction tonight. In preparation, Miesha and Todrick were studying last night. I know somebody was asking yesterday if any of the house guests have been studying like the events of the season and all that. Miesha and Todrick were studying last night. And Todrick was trying to help Cynthia study today because he knows that Cynthia wants him in this game. So he would be cool with her potentially winning. over, say, Todd. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm guessing the Power Veto ceremony is going to be live on tonight's episode because, to my knowledge, they haven't had it yet. So I think it's going to be on tonight's episode live, but that's where we're at. So if everything stays how it is now, it seems like Lamar will be leaving in the first eviction, and then the second one, who knows, right? Who knows? I'm worried for Todd. I think this is kind of like a must-win situation for him. He's got to either win that HOH or the POV, or else he's going to be in some trouble here.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Glad to see you didn't have a snot bouquet.
Woo, yeah, right?
I didn't write down Lynn's question because I didn't have time.
Okay, I'll read it from here, but thank you.
You're welcome.
So I want to thank today's super chatters because you guys are awesome. So Sheena123 times 2. Thank you again, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sheena.
Yep. Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much as always. Alex Garson, thank you. Migdalia G, thank you so much for the super chat. Christine, thank you so much for the super chat. Brant Phillips, thank you so much. And Brant says, I was on vacation this holiday weekend, so thanks for the update. Oh, where'd you go? I'm so
Lucky
jealous.
you.
Yeah, that's
Did you
amazing.
go to the Dominican Republic?
We were just watching a vlogger that went there. But we hope you had a lovely time. You really didn't miss that much on Big Brother.
Or anything.
Yeah. Catherine, thank you so much for the super chat. And Catherine says, thanks for doing these, even though the season's been dead. It's been a weird one, right? It's been a weird one. Lynn Hurst, thank you so much for the super chat. And Lynn asks, do you know what would happen if there's a tie on finale night? That's a great question. I don't know. I guess Chris Kattan is not going to be voting, right? I'm pretty sure.
I guess not.
Big Brother said he's not going to be voting, which means there will be 8 people.
Maybe Julie will break the tie.
Imagine Julie's choice.
I hate you all. I win.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they would do in the event of a tie.
I mean, I don't think there's going to be one, but
I mean, yeah, probably not. But that's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe it would be like a Survivor situation where,
like, the last person evicted, their vote determines it or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not a Survivor thing.
Oh, like a fire challenge or something?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but isn't this mug fun?
Yes.
My boyfriend got this made for me. It's from I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. Friday night.
And I'm thinking that I just might.
A fan vote? I don't know. Maybe like just live in the moment. Like they would just set it up and then after a commercial break. I don't know. That's an interesting idea.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Maybe they would add up who had the most challenges won or something like that.
I don't know. Is this like Mario Party? Whoever
has
landed on the most
coins.
spaces.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Bonus stars. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I want to thank you all so much for watching today. Tonight we have the 2-hour double eviction.
That's going up very late.
Yeah, it's probably not going to, our recap probably won't be up until late tonight, so.
Like 1 maybe.
I mean, the episode doesn't start until 9.
Yeah.
So, that's fun. I need to take a nap before that because I feel like dog dookie.
Yeah. I would say it's probably not going to be up to 1. So, unless you're willing to stay up to 1, possibly, just watch it in the morning.
You won't hurt our feelings.
No. And we're not going to do it live because no.
Yeah, we just can't do it live tonight, but thank you all so much for being here, of course, and we will see you later. So, until next time, much love. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Happy birthday.